Speaking of jamming out, my nigga, what was the music you listened to when you was a kid?
And mostly rap, bro.
What artist?
Mostly rap. It was anything from 90s to 2000s.
Did you have a?
You got Ti, you got Little John and all them. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
stuff we grew up to that we were when we started going to the skating ring. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. I remember them nights.
You know where they built a new Texas tires.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, that was a spot back then.
That was a spot. That was a shit. People getting in fights.
Yeah,
That had a little dance fucking battles and shit. Thank you, sir.
That was always the spot. I mean, before the skating ring though, it was always the Eagle 7. It was always the movies. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
You know, get hooked up, go to the movies, whatever, spend time.
Who was your favorite artist back then?
My favorite artist? I don't know.
You don't know? Who's your favorite?
If I had to pick one, bro, I mean, to some people it'll sound weird, but I've always been a fan of Chris Brown.
Oh!
I don't know why, bro. I really don't
Chris
know why.
Breezy, baby. Yeah, he's the man. He's the GOAT.
I don't know. He's just something.
Would you say he's our Michael Jackson, or a little better, or a little less? Maybe that's too highly spoken of him.
No, that's
too much.
Yeah, Michael Jackson's a pop star.
Yeah,
My favorite.
You know what I mean? Michael Jackson was a pop star. Chris Brown is more of a rapper, R&B singer.
right.
That's two different genres. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's like comparing Mexican music to
Lil Rob or something.
yeah. You know what I mean? It's Spanish. They sing Spanish, both of them, but it's two different.
This is something I ask my guests all the time when they come here. I'm sure you would bump SPM when you was a kid, right?
Always.
Do you still bump him now?
Always.
You still bump SPM?
Always.
No matter what the charges and like that? Because me, man, I changed my mind on his ass.
But no, but the thing is because if you look at it, bro, all these people that are throwing shade and talking bad about him, they say they got the paperwork, they seen the paperwork. Okay, where's it at? Show it. Y'all seen it?
I read it online.
They seen it, but they want everybody to follow their footsteps and not mess with them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like Juan Gotti.
Yeah.
You know, he spoke about it and stuff like that. That he said that he held his mouth shut and that he didn't want to mess up his family and this and that.
He kept it a secret.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck ass nigga.
But you not once did you ever do anything about it either.
Yeah.
And you knew about it.
Yeah.
So you're basically
An enabler. Right?
No, they call it something else. You're like associated.
Yeah.
You're a compass to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was damn near.
Because he was around him. He was signed with him.
Yeah.
So for you to be signed with somebody and you know they're doing wrong, you know, in the worst way possible, and for you to keep it a secret and not say nothing, that's wrong for you.
Did you hear about him marrying his daughter's best friend?
Who's?
SPM?
No.
He divorced Carolyn Rodriguez and
He divorced her because she was
with Mr. Capone and shit.
No, they said supposedly because she was at the thing that they host in Houston for him. That they were selling weed to the kids. Well, not the kids, but like the teenagers. And he didn't want that.
Is that so?
So he left her for that.
What I seen was she was partying with Mr. Capone and that nigga Lazy Dub from Arizona. And they picked up the phone when SPM started talking shit with him off Carolyn's phone. You see that?
No.
Yeah, that's why. That's why. She was with Mr. Capone and some Arizona rapper named Lazy Dub. She was partying with them fools. SPM come from prison and Mr. Capone and his other nigga picked up talking shit to his ass.
Yeah.
That's why they divorced.
Yeah, because I started TikTok, I think last year or the year before. Or when did it come out?
This was like 3 years ago.
TikTok, huh?
No, TikTok?
No, yeah, when did TikTok
TikTok's been around for like 5-6 years. As far as I know.
See, bro, I'm late on everything.
Yeah, you gotta look into it. It's on video.
Well, I have TikTok, but the thing is, because I started it, I started it last year, or the year before. And you know, on there they upload a lot of photos and stuff like that, and pictures and videos. You know, And there's times that, you know, like you said, there's videos that pop out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even on my Facebook. I mean, I follow Juan Gotti on Facebook, and I can see the stuff that he posts. You know what I mean? I've seen the diss tracks that he's put out. I've seen the interview that he did talking about SPM. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. If you're around it and you see somebody,
why don't you say nothing and step
bro,
up?
you in your mind, you're gonna think, what if that was my sister?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't put hands on somebody.
Straight up. Straight up.
I ain't gonna keep it a secret. That's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
What if that was your, you know, like I said, your sister, your niece, or somebody?
Yes, sir. You damn right.
If you look at it that way, then you would have done something.
Straight up. That's 1,000. That's 100%.
But now, if you're just gonna sit there and watch it happen and not say nothing, then what kind of friend are you?
Straight the fuck up. That's real spill right there.
Or what kind of person, really, in reality, are you?
That's the first intake right there. That's real spill right there. What's your thoughts on Lefty Gunplay?
I don't know. I really don't even think the dude can rap.
Do you like him? He can rap, right?
No.
He's a piece of shit. I mean, like, bro, lyrically,
lyrically, yes. Because if
he might be a good dude.
Because if you look at it,
might be a good homie.
Kendrick just used them as
for hype. It's because California love. It's just a California thing.
Yeah, but he only used them for the chorus.
The four little. It's not even a chorus. It's like a lullaby.
Yeah,
so niggas asleep and shit.
He only used them for that, and Lefty thinking that he was gonna get an actual feature with Kendrick Lamar.
So you don't fuck with Lefty Gunplay?
Mm-mm.
He can't rap. You see that shit he did in El Paso?
Yep.
Like 43 grams of meth in his ass.
Yeah, I seen that.
It was like 40 something grams straight in the motherfucking prison pocket.
Bro, that's something else.
That's terrible.
I mean, for somebody to do that to me, I mean, because I've never been.
You gotta be loose up in there.
You gotta be desperate, nigga.
Not even, bro.
I heard he told his homies to spit on it.
he probably did, but
they're here, big local, spit on that shit.
Instead of Juice WRLD was a good rapper.
That nigga's the man.
You know, he was badass when I started listening to him.
I fuck with you so tough.
But see, there's a difference. Lefty Gunplay put it somewhere it shouldn't even been. Juice WRLD, he ate him.
He ate that shit like
an overdose. You know what I mean?
That's gangster.
He ran off that plane, bro, and ate him and dropped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're gonna be that weird person, no. There's something funny about you.
Yeah.
And it didn't have to happen in prison or something like that. It could have been anywhere. It could have been when you were younger. You know what I mean?
Damn right.
Everybody has a backstory.
Yes, sir.
You know?
A backstory. Yeah. No, man. Are you familiar with Swifty Blue?
Yeah.
You see that shit that happened with him recently?
In reality, bro, to be honest, I'm really not too much into like politics and stuff like that.
Let me tell you what's going on with his ass. So back in 2023, he got arrested over some gun charges, felon in possession, right? So while he was in jail, he got stabbed and beat the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think it was Thursday or Wednesday. 19 people got indicted for So 19 people got arrested and indicted, and people in prison, prisoners, they got arrested for attempted murder on his life. So apparently the Mexican mafia ordered a hit on his ass. So the Mexican mafia was trying to kill him, and the only reason he survived is because he got released after they didn't kill him.
Yeah.
He got shanked and beat up. Right after that, they released his ass. So there's a Mexican mafia hit on him right now. 19 mafia gang members charged in a conspiracy to murder LA rapper Swifty Blue. Thank you. That's my fact checker right there. So yeah, he's a marked man, and he's been hiding in Arizona lately.
They're gonna find him.
Yeah. What do you think about that, man?
They're gonna find him.
Uh-huh.
You know, mafia, Mexican mafias, don't matter who it is, cartel, whatever, bro. If
And
if it has to do with messes, they're gonna find you.
And it's the same niggas who killed Money Side Sway. You know who that is?
No.
Money Sign Sway was a young artist at the age of 23 years old. They called him the Mexican Kodak Black.
Mm.
He was hard. I would bump his music, nigga. He was hard as fuck, bro. He's a good artist. They killed him in the shower with a box cutter because he didn't want to play politics and be extorted for money.
Mm-hmm.
But they on the jail phone, on the prison phone, they said, "Get this nigga like we did Money Side Sway." What you think about that, dog? What you think about the gang life in general? What you think about these little niggas trying to be gangsters and shit?
It's not the same as when we were kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a lot different now, and it's a lot easier for a kid to get a hold of a gun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Back then, it was a little bit harder for us.
Yeah, you damn right.
You know what I mean? We basically fought.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Eric knows. Like I said, you know, the skating ring was the spot, and that was for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But then you got, you know, different sizes and stuff like that. But hey, we always banged it out.
Yeah.
Now these little niggas got switches and extensions on the Glock.
Now they just want to put a body in the ground.
They don't even trying to fight.
Mm-mm. And for what? Next thing you know, you in a room with 4 walls and 1 door.
Right.
For the rest of your life.
With Tyrone.
You damn right.
With Tyrone.
Yeah, but Brody.
You know, and if you look at it, a person that does it that's, you know, around, say, 18 to 25.
Yeah.
Around that age. That's a young age.
Mm-hmm.
You get charged as an adult, you're doing life in prison.
Mm-hmm.
You done wasted all your life. And for what?